I hid most of my horses from the... Help! Help! Something's wrong! Whoa there! Watch yourself! Something is terribly wrong in Green Hill. I just got back to town from a trip. I was conducting business for my wife. She runs the town. Very important. Anyway, there are strangers about and they're carrying things. Yes, I have. What does that have to do with anything? Look, these strangers, they had an evil look about them, and whatever they were carrying, it gave off waves of evil. Please, you have to help poor Gunlas. I saw them go into his house.
Oh, hello there. What can Ezraba do for you? Ezraba is good friends with Gonlas. She was just dropping in on him. No harm done. Ezraba will be going now.
Help me destroy the crystal. a green keep, you... If you hadn't come along, I don't know. I could have... I was taking a nap. Worked in the field today. I woke up to find that damn crystal. I'm sorry, I don't remember anything else.
Good to see you again, Hallandor. Make sure to check on your wife soon.
Did you find, Gunlas? Yes, you were going to see about the strangers. What now? Gunlas got trapped in a ritual. Why would he be doing a ritual in his house? He's not even a mage. Crystal? Oblivion, no. I thought they were jewel peddlers. I've seen crystals all over town. If those crystals are what's causing the strangeness, I have to find my wife. Please, will you do me another favor? Check the other houses in town. Look for Tashpia in the next house on. Lothiel and Ganil in the one across the square. My place is that last one on the row. Meet me there when you're done. Thank you so much. Has anyone ever told you you're pretty great? Because you are. Hmm? Oh, that was Ezra Barr. She's a good friend of Bowenas, my wife. She was so nice. She was asking me how Bowenas is. Oh, yeah. Ezra Barr seems fine. Whatever's happening, she seems to be all right.
My friend, you need to check on your wife soon.
Get out of here.
Bright moons and sharp claws. I was outside, and I heard someone coming up behind me. Next thing I know, I am lying on the floor, writhing in pain. I am sorry, friend. Wish I could tell you.
The pain was unbearable. Like something tried to crack my skull open. We were just sitting down to a meal when we heard someone at the door. I think... I'm sorry, I don't remember. There were people in hoods, robes. The next thing I remember, we were here.
Thank you. And thank you for saving my Gani. I don't know what I'd do without her.
Bowenas is gone. Someone took her. They took Bowenas. My wife is gone. I got home and saw Bowenas talking to Ezra Barr. As soon as Ezra Barr saw me, she shouted. 2 hooded men jumped me out of nowhere. One of the men slammed me up against the wall and they left, carrying Bowenas. She called for help, but... I don't know. I didn't see where they went. Maybe try looking at Ezra Barr's house. She lives in one of the Khajiit homes past the fields. I'll go look at the temple. If she managed to get away, it's the best place to hide.
Too late. The stone fire burns brightly. The Dromathra are unbound, and they shall destroy you.
Hallandor send you? Ezra Barr's been talking to me for days about wanting to set up statues, art pieces in the center of town. They're ugly, and have these crystals. Anyway, when she came to talk to me today, she didn't come alone. Yes, they were very threatening. And when Hallandor showed up, they attacked me, dragged me down here. Ezra Barr apologized the entire time. She said she didn't want to be doing this.
Okay.
She kept talking about the temple ruins. Something about the ruins being the source. She was beside herself. She kept saying, just don't hurt him. I don't know. I'm sorry. Everything happened so fast. Find that Khajiit. I can't believe she'd turn on her own like this. Huh. Business. Every few weeks, Hallandor volunteers for Rolkar's run. He goes off, sells our goods to the first peddler he sees, and heads to Hadron's with the coin. Let me guess. He was drunk when you got to town?
I mean, of course I have to expose him. This guy was drinking.
I knew it. He came back to town sloshed, and it's only dumb luck these whatever they are didn't get him too. I love that man, but the Green knows he tests me. I have no idea. It's a tumble-down old temple to the Divines, left over from the Colovian days. Just a big empty shell in the old catacombs. A Green Shaper came through town a few years ago and worked her magic on it. She found it depressing. I think so. That probably... About a week ago, pilgrims began passing through town every day. Some of them asked about the ruins. I didn't think much of it, honestly. I should have paid more attention. He's right about that. He mentioned it offhand before he left for Rolkar. I didn't think much of it, just figured he was drinking again. But now, did you see that spirit thing? Are those things inside my neighbors?
My head. I was looking through the temple ruins, and somebody jumped me. By the green, my head hurts worse than the time I won the Troll Arena jackpot and we... Bonas, did you find her? Is she safe? Yes, she ran past me just a moment ago. I called to her, but she just kept running. Heard her crying as she ran. I will. Just be careful down there. The people in robes, the cultists, they're everywhere.
Dromathra, free yourselves and destroy the intruder!
How did you get down here?
From the sides!
Hey, you're not taking my own victory.
Circle around.
Destroy!
You've interfered for the last time. Now I will end you.
Oh my god, this guy just casted me slide.
Please, I must find him.
Once the Dromathra are free, all of Reaper's March shall be ours.
Oh man, I'm so sorry.
You have caught Ezraba, miserable wretch that she is. She will not fight you. Ezraba she just wanted to save her husband. A week ago, Dark Pilgrims arrived in town. Members of the Stonefire cult. They came to this one's home in the night. They took him. No. Yes, they took him so that she had to help them place those crystals. They did not tell her at first, but as soon as Ezraba saw one, she knew. They summoned the Dromathra. Ezraba will turn herself in. You have nothing more to fear from this one. She is so sorry. So very, very sorry for what she's done. This one will behave. You have nothing to fear from Ezraba. An old story, Ezraba thought. A tale the clan mothers tell to scare you, keep you from misbehaving. Ezraba only knows what she was told as a cub. The moons shine brightly at night, but where the bright, pale light shines, the darkness is that much deeper. As the people, as the Khajiit live in the light, so things live in the dark. These are the Dromathra.
Dromathra.
He could not be turned. That is who these dead are. The dead of Green Hill, the strong. The ones who would not submit to the darkness of the Dromathra. They killed him because he was strong. The dark mages that you've been fighting, that is what they are called. They've come from the north, Ezraba thinks. From somewhere in Kolovia or Cyrodiil. How they knew to come here, how they knew of the Dromathra, she does not know. Ezraba does not know, but the ancient ruins of her people are everywhere in Reaper's March. It is said, long ago, her people locked away the darkness. They hid the darkness of the night beneath the ground. This must be one of those places. You've brought Ezrabar out of the darkness. Well done. And those spirits seem to have gone back to wherever they came from. What did you do? Very well done. It seems that you have saved us, and perhaps all of Reaper's March, from a terrible fate. You are welcome here in Greenhill any time. There are still matters that must be considered. Hollendor's made it clear to me that Ezrabar didn't help the cultists willingly, but I still believe she should be punished. There is a part of me that feels she should be banished from Greenhill. That she should be set to bury those we've lost. Community service to ensure this never happens again. You've done so much for us already, but I need your help. Talk to the people of Greenhill, see what they say, then help me decide.
I mean... Oh.
Ah, it's good to have a cool ale in my hand again. Such a bad day. You know. I say that the Green didn't give us all this to hold grudges. Give her another chance, you know? Besides, Bo would miss her if she wasn't here.
Bright moons, Joan and Jode shine down on us. Even such a thing is not for us to decide. Tashbir's brush with darkness. He leaves this decision in the moon.
Happy just for the chance to do something normal. Relaxed. Thank the Green. Stay? You're even considering letting her stay? The Green take you. Get her out of our village.
Damn cultists. Tried to melt our minds and left a giant mess to clean up. Damned inconsiderate. I know Gani is mad as a wet Khajiit, but I say let her stay. Everyone deserves a chance to make things right, and Ezra Bar's a good sort.
2 out of 1.
It's amazing to think Ezra Bar was involved in all this. She's such a part of this community. That's why I need your counsel, my new friend. Ezra Bar has been instrumental in Greenhill's success. The town would not be what it is today without her. I do not know what to do. Are you certain you've spoken to everyone you need to? I don't want to make this decision lightly. Very well. What have you decided? What do you say we should do with Ezra Bar? Indeed. For all you've done for our little community, you have my thanks. You are most welcome in Greenhill from this day forth. Ezraba is grateful for your kindness.
Who the hell is crying?
Yes.
Heard what you decided. Glad Ezra Burst's gonna stick around. Like that cat.
Rick's Repair Shop decided to put up this sign in front of their business. Well, this is a video I never expected to have an update for. But I have an update. As a quick reminder, Rick's Repair Shop in Tallahassee, Florida put up that horrific sign, and people were upset by it, understandably so. And at the time that I posted that video, I said, I don't know what we can really do about it, because Rick's already has an absolutely horrible business score, having nothing to do with his signs. Just being bad at business, and people not liking him. I was like, you can tank his reviews, but what, you're going to take it from a 1.2 to a 1? Like, there's not too much further he can go. Sometimes shitty people are just shitty, and you can't really do anything to them to make it shittier. But apparently I was wrong. Apparently there was more for Rick to lose, because someone who lives in the area sent me a picture of Rick's business and what his sign currently says. Now I'm going to read this in the way that I think it should be read, based on his decor and the location. Standing against Satan, using this sign, got me evicted. So it would seem, while Rick might own the repair shop, I don't believe he owns the building that the repair shop is in. And the person who does decided the stuff he's been putting on that sign is not something they want to be associated with. And he's getting evicted. So I guess there was something I could do. And right now, I feel like the legend herself, Pearl the landlord.
You be a bit fit. I put you on the street.
I put you on the streets. Everybody wave bye-bye to Rick's Repair Shop.
Oh, fuck.
So I posted yesterday about this situation, and since then a bunch of news outlets have picked up this story. I did have someone who came at me on Twitter and said, oh, you really should have done your research better before doing this, because there's another side of the story. Now, in all fairness, my video was based on an article written about this that interviewed the mothers of the girls and also kind of corroborated with witness statements, etc. And this person was referring
Oh my god, that's so... Rapid fire, rapid fire.
Yes, yes.
Nonsense, dear. Just send down one of our most capable assistants.
What about the cult? You crazy old wizard! Thank Ariel, a competent soul. Good to see you again. You'd think I'd be used to working with him, but...
Who are you?
Once again, I'm out in the field with the great and powerful Tellinger, and once again, he's trying very hard to drive me mad. Would you be willing to lend that crazy old wizard a hand? We came here to study the old Falanesti site. Unfortunately, a mad cult now controls the tunnels, the halls of Iker. They've used a set of corruption stones to seal the main entrance. Destroy those stones, and you'll gain access to the tunnels. You're a gift from the stars. Once you're in the tunnels, Tellinger should be easy to find. Do whatever it takes to get that old fool out of there. The people that normally live here, the people in the camp nearby, call themselves the Falanesti Faithful. They patiently await the return of the great city, hoping it will change their lives. The Arbadon have lost their patience. The Faithful could probably tell you more, but as I understand it, a charismatic member has decided they can force the city to return. They're zealots now. They won't let anyone into the pit. Tellinger, of course. He took it as a challenge. Look, he's a fantastically powerful wizard. These cultists aren't really a danger to him, the way they are to you and I, but he just refuses to come out of there, no matter how much I beg. Oh, you know, working as hard as I can to keep him alive, making sure the new students don't hear about past expeditions, the usual. One or two smaller outings, nothing like this. I've been trying to keep him close to home in Skywatch. Once I even managed to get him to a lecture on time. That was a good day. This is a resting site for the great walking city of the Falanesti. Every autumn, the massive tree beast would creak and groan its way across the landscape. Set out roots in the halls of Iker, down there in the tunnels. The greatest green speakers the world has ever seen. They were not satisfied with merely growing the odd village here or there. They wished to craft a perfect fusion of city and forest, one they could show the world. Let's see. The other 3 sites are spread throughout Valenwood. Spring saw the city in the depths of Greenshade. Summer, it set down roots in Malabal Tor, and from here, it would seek to winter in the Grotwood. No one knows. The city pulled up roots and began the trek to its next site and simply never arrived. This happened some 150 to 200 years ago. No one's seen it since. That's why we're here.
If I could just find Falanesti, I could die happy.
Ah.
Green, keep me... Pilgrim, be careful down here. My brethren are not themselves. Perhaps you should return to our camp. It's much safer there. thank the Green. Always nice to speak to someone with their eyes open. Sorry to impose, but since you're not here to worship, would you be willing to work? I'm down here gathering root, earth, and water samples from the caves. We maintain them very carefully. Normally, anyway. Since the Arbor Dawn cult began their mad rituals, it's been dangerous to come down here. Thank you for your service. By the time you're done gathering those samples, I'll be back up in the camp. Look for me there. Oh, you know how it is. A revered site, with a group of mystics and fanatics caring for a bunch of roots. We get some pretty strange types here. They're fervent, green, bless 'em, but strange. Just the opposite. I care about the city. It's my sincere hope I live to see Fallen Esti return one day. I just don't have a problem with bathing myself or wearing comfortable clothing. We do so with songs in our hearts. One day Fallen Esti will return and we'll be rewarded for our stewardship. It's a quiet life normally, but we like it. Through communion with the spirit of the site, we tree stewards have a few tricks up our sleeves. Get those samples for me and I'll show you. Mad folk, every one of them. They think, I don't know what they think. They're sure they can force Fallen Esti back here somehow. Indring, the leader of the cult, he's maddest of all. We've been friends for years. He's half crazed, babbling about the tunnels. I just hope they can be saved.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Worship you.
You must from the sides!
Circle around!
I felt something happening up here. Well done. Can't wait to see you inside. Excellent. I sensed you coming. It's good to see you again. We can set to work right away. Why wouldn't I be down here? It's perfectly safe. Are you worried about the Arbadon? They're harmless. A far greater concern are the Daedra. They're the real problem down here. Silly creatures. Down in the deeper tunnels. Don't worry, you're here. Actually, your arrival was quite timely. I just finished recording some critical observations on the site. I almost feel bad for injuring here. Yes, the leader of the Arbadon cult. He was very cross with me, shouting and carrying on. So I transformed him into a more manageable little fowl. It'll wear off after we've gone, but he's much more pleasant to be around now. Sorry, where was I? Of course, the temple. In my haste to excavate some of the older tunnels with earth-moving spells, I uncovered an ancient structure. This whole mess is somewhat... a bit my fault. But I'm not worried. What kind of teacher would I be if you didn't learn something? You'll accompany me down into the temple and we can put an end to... whatever this is. It's through the vine wall on the far side of the main cavern. I'll meet you there. is beautiful, isn't it? In its own way. Now that I have had a moment to examine the ward, it'll be a simple ritual to open the doors. However, it will take a few moments to complete, and I expect my efforts will not go unnoticed. Just so, I say you are a learned assistant. Remind me to raise Enderwin's guild stipend after this is over. She's truly a mage of great intelligence. Are you ready to begin? Be wary, assistant. Here they come! Just a few moments more. Done! Let's get in there. If you'll allow me. Fascinating! Curse it! I can't use my hands! Assistant, you'll need to free me.
Why is it lagging now? Worst time.
To my web, mortals.
Daedric Prince herself in these tunnels, I should have known.
Do be quiet, Artificer. Your companion is far more intriguing. Come, child. Speak with me.
Trust nothing she says, assistant.
Ah, such a lovely warmth against the temple's stones. So good to smell pumping blood in these halls again. I am as the Artificer named me, Mephala, web spinner, debaser, and consumer. Have you enjoyed sparring with my newest Death Weavers? Nothing like an empty mind, waiting, yearning for purpose. The lost city, the lost faithful, the great Artificer, all tremble in the web of Mephala. I have no answers for you, child. None that would satisfy you anyway. Now take your Artificer and go. The temple doors are open. You've done your part here today.
My. So the Arbadon cult has been spun into Mephala's web. Fascinating. Worrying to be sure, but fascinating. It's clear entering the temple was a poor choice. My enthusiasm for discovery has caused problems like this before. I imagine Enderwin would be happy to provide you a list of past occurrences, but I digress. The temple must be resealed. Nothing Just stand there, assistant, and observe. Using a novel application for hermetic harmonic resonance, I shall completely seal the temple. Airtight this time, if you will. No allowing Mephalah's influence to leak out. This should be the work of a moment. Just need to attune this spell matrix. Mephalah, you face Tellinger the Artificer. Learn what it means to snare one such as me in your web.
No! How dare you, mortal!
I am the Artificer, madam. That's why I dare. I believe Mephalah's reaction was proof. The temple is sealed. Well done there, I suppose. Oh, indeed. I'm sure in time the Arbadon will return to themselves. It's a shame we didn't discover where the Falinesti have gone. It may have to remain one of Tamriel's great mysteries. Thank you, Assistant. I'm already beginning to plan our next field mission. I'm thinking one of the Plains of Oblivion. It's been some time since I perused the Saxon Apocrypha, for example. Oh, they'll be quite all right. With the Daedric influence removed, they'll return to their old selves very soon. Actually, that's worth studying. I think I'll leave some students behind to observe their behavior. For all we've learned here, the Falinesti faithful may be a better resource to answer that question, or at least a more entertaining one. Some of their stories are quite fanciful, you know.
Perhaps he'll listen to me. For once, I swear I think it's a miracle of the Divines.
When can we get out of here and go home?
This place makes me nervous. Where did the city go? Where is Falinesti?
Oh yeah, the garden.
Must I suffer so?
Did it go well? Do you have the samples? Thank you, Traveler. The Falinesti will remember your stewardship. As a reward, I offer you the chance to see a ritual few outsiders have ever seen.
Where has the city
Root,
gone?
earth, water grow, spirit of the green, sprout and show. And we wait.
Who disturbs me?
Excellent. Go ahead, my new friend. Speak to it.
Something is different. Something has changed. I am of the green, of the dark and growing depths. My lifeblood pulses through the roots. My skin smells of loam. For now, I sense a darkness, a growing corruption. If the grove tenders are kept away from their charge much longer, it may begin to fade. Falinesti, it is gone. Yes, I can sense its absence. Like a hole in my heart, it still walks somewhere. This land has greater worries. The stone and metal down in the depths beneath the soil, locked away in darkness, whispered to the keepers. Now quiet. The whisperer silent again. Peace returns to the grove.
As long as we have breath in our lungs, we'll keep the autumn site healthy and growing.
What is to become of me?
And that will be it for us.